What is up, mi gente? Ready for today's warm-up routine. So today's routine is meant to prep your hips, your shoulders, your whole body for that intense workout you're about to get in today. So let's get straight to it. We'll start in a child's pose with your butt close to your heels. Extend your arms forward. Straighten out your arms and rest your forehead on the ground. You should feel a light stretch through your lats. Start twisting your chest left to right, feeling a little bit of an extra stretch through your lats here. And start tuning in with the breath, being mindful of the breathing and your body throughout all of these movements. Get your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under, and start rocking it back and forth. We're looking for a big wrist and forearm stretch. Now let's flip the palms, face the fingers towards your knees. If this is a little too aggressive, then scoot your hands a little closer to you. Again, begin by shifting back and forth. If you feel good, come a little further away. This should intensify the stretch way more. Oof, that is crazy. Okay, now let's release here. Start walking your hands out on your chest, on your stomach. Slowly pop your body up. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down. Engage the glutes. Head pops up, eyes forward. Press the tops of the feet into the ground. And again, link up with your breath. Now bring your chest all the way down to the ground, pressing off the floor. Come into your high plank position. Spreading the fingertips, hands underneath your shoulders, weight back into your heels, engaging the glutes, the abs, the quads, and pressing the ground away from you. You want to look for rounding through the back, not slouching down here. That way you engage the muscles in between your shoulder blades. From here, bring your elbows together, close to your rib cage, and start lowering your upper body. Hovering right above the ground, we're going to shift forward, chest up, shoulders down, squeeze your glutes for an upward dog. Come back into a high plank. Shift your hips back and down. Press to your hands for a downward dog. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Walk the dog out by alternating the drop in the heels. Should feel very good through your hamstrings and your calves. Take your time on each side. If you want to raise one leg and put extra weight on the floor leg, go ahead. Okay, now walk your hands all the way up to your feet. Tiny bend through your knees into a nice forward fold. You can lock your arms together and start swaying left to right if that feels good, or you can just hang out here. Let the weight of your body sink down. Come up into a halfway lift. Flatten out your legs. Flat spine, shoulder blades back and down. Press against your thighs. From here, try to spread the floor. Dig your feet into the ground. Spread the floor. You should feel an activation through your glutes. All right, back down into a forward fold. Walk your hands out to your high plank. And take a big step with your left foot on the outside of your left hand. Drive that knee out away from your rib cage. And let's get a big reach with your left hand or left arm up. Try to stack your whole shoulders on top of your right hand while driving your knee away from you. Let's bring that forearm down all the way to the floor. Hold here. Big breath. And one more reach. And half hand all the way down to the floor. Step back with your left. Switch sides. Get comfortable. Warm up in this position. Right knee pushes away from your body. Now bring your forearm down to the ground. And a big reach. We're starting backwards on this one. One more drop. And reach. Right hand to the ground. Step back. And knees all the way down to the floor. We'll start in cat-cow position, so hands directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Synchronize your breath on this one. Your inhale should be in your cow, rib cage drops, head pops up, and on your cat exhale, press the ground away, round your whole body. Go at your own pace. If you want to spend a little extra time on one of the positions, go for it. For me, the one that feels really good is cat position. This one right here. Makes you feel a big stretch in between your shoulder blades. And good. Okay, now let's sit back onto your hips. Cross your legs, one in front of the other. Bring them close to your hips. Now start folding forward. You're gonna feel a big stretch through your hips, through your back. Let your head and your upper body sink down towards the floor. And start lightly shifting your upper body left to right. Come up, overhead reach, flatten out your spine. Try to get your biceps as close as you can to your ears. Big breath here, keeping your rib cage down. Tall spine. And arms back down. Switch your legs. And back into a forward fold. Oof, this feels good. My right side is way tighter than my left, so I really feel this one on the right. Slowly come back up into an upright position, arms overhead. Try to create a straight line from your hip, your tailbone, all the way up into the top of the head. Straighten out your arms and all the way back down. Good. Now let's work on your 90-90. Create 90 degrees at both knees. Once you got that set up, flatten out your spine. You can ground your hands to help you a little bit. Start opening up the right knee. Close, shift forward, and elevate the back foot by pivoting on your knee. Come back up and shift. If you really want to challenge, you can do this one without using your hands. You're going to feel humongous stretch through your hip here. Let's finish up, last one. And good. Switch sides. Open up, close, forward shift, and elevate. Remember, you can do no hands. If you really want to get in those hips. This one always makes me cramp up. Well, not always, sometimes. But it feels insane. Last one, and good. Straighten out your legs directly in front of you. This tiny bend at the knees. Let's go into a forward fold. Bring your chest towards your thighs. Feel free to shake your head out here. I feel this a lot in my neck, but the more you bend through your knees, the more you're going to feel it through your back, mid-back, low back. When you straighten out your legs, it's going to hit more of your hamstrings and calves. So pick and choose, or you can switch it up. A few more seconds here. 2 and 1. Okay, come back up. Now this next one's a little tricky. We're going to bend the left knee inside of the foot facing the inside thigh. Right arm, or left arm, sorry, is going to reach towards the outside of your right foot. Right hand's grounded to help you stabilize. Goes to twist, pull away lightly to get a big stretch through your lats. If this is a little too challenging, grab the ankle or towards the calf. You'll get the same benefit, but you get an extra hamstring stretch and calves if you go for the foot here. Yep, there it is. Also, the spine should be getting a nice twist. And switch it over. Straighten out the left, reach for the left foot, twist, pull away. There's a little spider here. We have a visitor. Hope it doesn't crawl on me. That would be an interesting video. I don't know if I would leave that in or take it out. Okay. The next one was laying down. He's crawling up my mat now. Sorry, buddy. All right. Don't call PETA, please. Lay back. Pop your knees up. Grab your legs from the top of the knees and start rocking left to right. You can rest your head. You can pop it up if you want to engage your abs a little more. And grab the thighs from the hamstrings. Start rocking back and forth. Feel that stretch through the spine. We're coming up in 3, 2, and 1. All the way up. Balance yourself out. Let's try a little boat pose here. So parallel shins to the ground, arms extended forward. Hold this position. You can either round or flatten out your spine if you really have that flexibility. This one's tough, even for me. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Come forward, cross legs. Onto your hands again. We're going to finish this one off with an amazing hip shoulder warm up. So we'll start at the top of the movement. We'll come down into chaturanga, elbows to your rib cage. Pop your chest up. Squeeze your glutes. Hips down. Hips up and back into a downward dog. And one more round. High plank. Chaturanga right above the floor. Upward dog. Into a downward dog. Walk or hop your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Open up the feet a little wider. I'm going to face you guys so you can see. Open up your feet a little wider to your squat position. Now drop into your squat. Drive into your knees. The goal here is to open up the hips. You can shift left or right. You can just stay stable. Or if you need the assistance, bring your hands to the ground here and hang out in this position. It's amazing to hang out in your squat position because it opens up your ankles, your hips. It trains your knees to work in this range of motion. We'll hold here for 3, 2, 1. Hands to the ground. Heel toe, heel toe. We'll hang out in forward fold for a few more seconds. You can grab behind the legs and pull your chest in, or you can keep your legs flat, straighten out if you want a little more hamstring stretch. We'll shift around for 3, 2, 1. Halfway lift, flat spine here. Press your hands into your thighs, flatten out your spine, and a big reach overhead for a mountain pose. Now, rotate your hands to face back. You should feel a big squeeze in your shoulders. Squeeze your butt, drive your hips forward, tall spine. 3, 2, and 1. All the way back down. All right, guys. And that is your warm-up.